everyone, I'm back again. Aryan is here with CodeTips. So the first thing we're going to learn is how to add borders around our table. So let's see how that is done. So as you can see, we are in the same page where we left last. I am on CodePen, and this is what we had done last time. We wrote this code together, and I did not make any changes ever since, and here was the result that came up. So the first thing we're going to learn here is how to add the border. So today we're going to use CSS first time. CodePen allows us to write CSS very nicely and clearly here, and this file is already connected. In later tutorials I will explain you when you're not working on the CodePen and you want to work on your laptop or desktop using a notepad or bracket, then how we can connect the CSS, but that we will cover in different tutorial. So let's see how to add a border around our table. So I'm going to write here table because I want a border to be around the table. I will also write here TH, which means table head, comma. We always need to separate the objects with comma if you want to apply the same property on more than one objects. And I'm also going to write here table data. Then I will start and curly bracket, and then I will write border. Let's say to begin with 2 pixel solid red. And you can see we have nice, really bad looking table around because this does not look very good. So I'm going to change the color to dark gray. So I would write hash DDD, and now it looks better. And maybe 2 pixel is way too thick, so let's make it 1 pixel, bit better. Okay, now this is done. So let's see what we do next. In the second one, we're going to learn how to align the text inside the table. So let's see how it is done. So I'm going to write here. So let's say I want to change the header in the center or left to right. So I will write TH, curly brackets, then I will write text align, let's say right. Now you will not see any difference because the shape and the size of the table is very limited. So what we're going to do, we're going to write here another property. We would write table width 100%, and now you can see that when I had written here table head th, text line right, and our heading went to the right of the column. If I had written here center, they would come in the center, and you don't need to write left because left is the default. So this is how we add the alignment in the table. In case you wanted also the data to be the same, so either you could write separately here, let's say td text align center, and all of them will go in the center as well. And the good thing about this, when we had put this table to be 100%, that if I will resize my browser, you see they still remain in the center, doesn't matter how big or small the size is. So this property is very good. Let's see what we're going to cover today. How to change thickness and color of the border. So here we saw already before that how to put the border. So if I put here, let's say 5, the thickness would be 5. And for the color, we all need to do is to write either the name of the color, let's say red, blue, or yellow. Okay, but this is not it. Let's say you don't want a solid line. These lines are called solid, they go right straight. Let's say if you want it dotted, so you can write dotted, and all of them become dotted, which looks really ugly. And there's another option called dashed, which also looks ugly because this is really thick, so I'm gonna make it 1 pixel. And this is how you can add, but I prefer to have nice solid line. Okay, now you see that here we have the gap of in between the line, and I don't really like this kind of border. So let's see how we can remove it. So the property we have written here, table thtd, I'm just gonna add here another property called border collapse. And now there you go. And now we have nice one line. In case you wanted to give some gap because they look all together, so we can write padding 5px, which means 5 pixel. And if you want to have more padding, let's say 10, we can have 10. So it is, when you write padding and 10 pixel, it is taking 10 padding on the left side, 10 on the top, 10 on the right, 10 on the bottom. Let's say you wanted to give padding only in one direction, so I'm gonna remove here. Let's say I wanted only to have padding at the bottom, so I would write padding bottom 20 pixels so we can see it. So you can see the text is staying on the top, close to the top line. At the bottom we have the gap. So that's the difference. If you want to give padding only in one side, you can only write here like padding bottom, padding top, padding left or right. And if you want to give equal padding to all directions, then all you need to do just write padding, give a number, and you have a nice big padding. Let's see what else we have to cover today. How to add different color to different rows. So you may have seen in many websites that you see a table and the one line is white and the second line is gray, third line is white, the fourth line is gray, or vice versa. So we will see how to do that. I'm going to add a few more lines. So I'm just gonna copy eggplants, Control C for copy, Control P for paste. And I will make it, let's say, Lego. And I'll put one more called, let's say, banana. And I think that should be enough. So now we can put a different color in the row, and I'm going to reduce this padding because that does not look very good. So to give the color for a different color for a different row, we're going to write here this. We write tr, which means table row, because we want to give color to the row. Semicolon. Then write nth child. Then we need to write how you want the color to be. So there are two options. We have even and odd. So first take a look at the even. So we write curly bracket and we write the color. So background color, and I'm going to give the same color as we have given before. So let's say DDD. So you can see that the first line is white, second line is gray, the third line is white, and the fourth line is gray, and the fifth one. So if I had changed this even into odd, you will see the difference. So I will write odd, and there you go. Now the line color have changed. Okay, the reason why this is happening, that these two lines are exactly the same, because we had added this property dhead, because this property is separating the rest of the row from this one. So that's why it's taking the first row of this one and giving the color, and then it takes the body one first as the row. So I'm going to remove this dhead, and then our problem will be solved. And I'm also going to remove this t-body, so they become part of one table. And there you can see the problem is solved. here you can see. Now the first line is gray, second is white, and now they are in order. And if we want, we can make it even, and then the color would change. So this is how you will do it. In last tutorial, we had learned that to separate the T head, T body, and T footer. That we did not take a look. But usually, if you write only table, and then you put all the row inside, which is also the header and the data one, then you can easily make this one. In case you want to have the T head and T footer and the T body separate, then you can also code them separately, and we will take a look at this deeper CSS in later on tutorials. So this is it for today's, guys, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I'll see you in next tutorial. Till then, have a good day. Bye.